Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to This Week in Dota 2. My name is Sir Action Slacks, coming to you live from the Key Arena in Seattle, Washington, home of the International. It is here I will live for several months, eating on insects and garbage, waiting for the International to begin, potentially forming a Phantom of the Opera-like scenario with Gabe Newell. More on that story as it unfolds. Before we begin this week, we would just like to thank you for tuning in. We have been off the air for a month now, as we've been making internal changes to the show. And by internal changes, I mean firing 95% of the staff. We kept the good ones, though. Whoa, wait, what? Am I fired? Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes. No, you're gone. You're gone. This is because I didn't watch any pro games, isn't it? Yes, actually, it is. And you could take Entertainment Reporter with you. You're both gone. Thank you for coming. Whoa, hey, what did I do? You're not funny, and you're pretty unmemorable. Nobody likes you. Granted. Okay. Moving right along. The International has officially been announced on the Dota 2 website this week, including important information such as teams invited and dates and all that jazz. But most importantly is this sick-ass GIF. Look at that smoke! That's quality, ladies and gentlemen. Quality. Also posted on the website a list of officially invited professional teams. Household names such as Cloud9, Newbie, and Titan have been invited to the International, as well as little-known underdog teams such as Alliance and Na'Vi. I can only assume they have been invited, however, due to pity. This news comes as a disappointment to those who have created fake team names hoping to get invited to the International, like us here at This Week in Dota 2 and our wonderful team, not Na'Vi. Maybe next year. In other news this week, the spring cleaning update is live, and has been for the last week, bringing with it hundreds and hundreds of new changes, bug fixes, and hero additions to current powers. We're going to go ahead and read through each one of those live here today. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that, because it's 21st century. Go look at the fucking webpage, I'm not going to do that. In related news, certain OP heroes have been seeing a lot less playtime this week, which is great news for everybody. I'll see you bastards in hell. Despite bringing with it a plethora of bug fixes and improvements, the spring cleaning update also included one horrifying new bug in the way of Vengeful Spirit. If Vengeful Spirit was killed by a tower or the neutrals in this week, the entire game server would crash. It's both ironic and hilarious, in my personal opinion. Griefers did take advantage of this Vengeful Spirit bug throughout the week, crashing as many games as they could, and when it was fixed, they just went back to playing Bloodseeker. And our last piece of general news tonight, the Dota 2 webcomic Are We Heroes Yet is back up on the website. Is this, really? This is news. This is our top news? You want me to read this? I shaved my balls for this. Okay, let's continue. And now let's move on over to sports with our new sports correspondent, Pseudo Something, who will be having his first day here on This Week in Dota 2, since he wrote into us and said he wanted to help out. He will not be better than me, of course, but let's not go too hard on him and see what he has to say. Esports with Pseudo Something.
Did he just say I wrote in for this position? He does know all the content comes from... He does. Well, fuck. Okay, just go ahead and do this. Hey guys, I'm Pseudo Something, and I'm going to be doing the esports from now on. Hopefully I'll be doing a much better job than my cowboy hat wearing counterpart. Recently, the manager of Titan Gaming came out with a statement about BTS not wanting to play one of their tournaments on anything other than Chinese servers. The reason this is a really bad thing is Titan Gaming is a Singaporean team. Good news for people wanting to watch ESL 1 when the finals come around. You can now watch the games free in the game client. Why don't we have more tournaments like this? And this isn't very good news for American people because it's still going to be in the middle of the day for all of us. Sad news for Cloud9 fans. Recently they released a statement saying that they will not be able to participate in the D2CL tournament because of a very tight schedule. Instead, EG will be replacing them for the season. Hope y'all enjoyed that, and back to you, Slacks.
Okay, yeah, that was that was pretty good, but you know, he obviously has had some experience in the show business, so of course he was skilled. Let's go ahead and do art today with our nerdy editor Locke. I'm sure the editor we'll have some problems filling in the shoes of old slacks. Go ahead and, Locke, show us all you know about art.
And thank you, Sir Action Hacks. I mean, Slacks. Hi, my name's Locke, and I'll be covering the entertainment section of This Week in Dota 2, which is more interesting than the news, and less try-hard than the pro scene. First up in videos, we have Edgy's all-random animated clip show. This time, it's 6.81 edition Part 2, which he has featured a bunch of heroes that have been buffed in the spring cleaning patch, such as Ursa, Zeus, Lich, and of course, Dayman himself, Keeper of the Light. Next up, we have 8ace40 and his sound wizardry, where he has replaced all of the mat pings in Dota 2 with Nyx assassin noises. Now you can see this comes as a relief to many of my teammates, where I will no longer need to make the Nyx noises myself over the microphone. Our final video comes to us from none other than Sir Action Slacks himself, where he has put together a Rump Shaker dance party video thanking his subscribers and all of the people that he has tricked into subscribing to his YouTube channel. Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got.
Oh, I don't know. I thought that movie was a little humorous. It's pretty good.
Yep, that's high quality editing there. Might have set you back probably about 15 minutes to put that together. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Finally, in this week's workshop submissions, we have an awesome chest put together by the team over at Dota Cinema that features some great items. You have a chance to actually vote on some of these items over at Dota Cinema, and you can see their chest there featuring a steampunk timber saw, a really cool ghoul life stealer, a clockwork set, a centaur set, a venomancer set, and as well as their custom courier. So you can head over to Dota Cinema and vote on some of the design decisions that you can make there and see what they come up with. It's going to be an awesome chest, and I cannot wait to spend all my money on grabbing all of those items. And finally, rounding out this week's entertainment section, we're going to be taking a look at some art. Yes, that's right, art. The part of Dota 2 where people use their creative juices to make something inspiring rather than come up with insults and type them into chat. Next up, we have DanPass3D putting together a wonderful, very colorful version of his Lone Druid. We've got Lone Druid right there, petting his bear, and of course, nothing but love between those two. This week comes to us from Psypix, in which he has put together 3 propaganda posters for Dota 2, rallying and calling for people to remember the support class. Just remember, not one person can win it for a whole team. You need those supports to buy wards and of course protect the carries. And when you're playing pubs, no one remembers this, so let's put these around everywhere we can, and hopefully we won't get 5 carries in every game you play with randoms. And to celebrate Happy Hour, we have Sin Dodo crafting himself a Storm Spirit shot glass. Of course, everyone's favorite mid-drunk has a bottle, and when you don't have a bottle, you just do the shots. This is a wicked piece put together. I love the detail put into the shot glass, and there's no reason why you can't put together one of those nice Vegas packs, sell them on the street, and make a ton of money off people wanting to wallow in their sorrow. Finally, my favorite submission this week comes to us from Freddy Boomsticks, where he has put together 8-bit Dota 2 heroes in a poster form. I love this. We haven't seen a ton of retro art for Dota 2, and he has captured the detail in every one of these characters. It's pretty awesome to see something like this. Would love to see a print available somewhere so we can stack these on the studio walls. Last but not least, we have a GIF coming to us from Collagen, which is Dire Dude's baby anti-mage at the beach. And that's all it is. Look at that little cute guy go. Alright, so that about does it for entertainment news this week. Over to you, Sir Action Hacks.
Okay, that was pretty good too. So please don't take this from me. This is all I have! I don't have anything else! I'm not good at anything! Please go! Turns out I have tenure. Suckers! Let's go ahead and check in with our brand new drama correspondent. Hold up. Who's our brand new drama correspondent? Hello, I am Drama. In this week, there was not that much drama in Dota 2. Ah, Jesus, seriously, he kept his... Why is he still here? Oh, it's very simple. I murdered the man that was going to replace me. It was bloody and quite violent, yes. This week, there was not much drama in Dota 2, but what was drama was very juicy indeed. Let's have a look with our first story of the week. This week, Gosu Gamers users said that they were taking Dota 2 out of LANs in Indonesia. Secret men were entering the LAN parties and uninstalling Dota to promote League of Legends. Of course, we'd found out that that was a lie, turns out, and that makes a lot of sense, because it sounds like an 8-year-old made up that lie, so no drama there, but it was a good read for a while. Also this week, there was a game where Goomba were fighting someone, and the people took Abaddon. Radical Online chose Abaddon, even though there was a bug where he returned a bunch of damage from other people, and they made them repick, and then they played the game again. And it doesn't seem like it was a lot of drama, but there was hundreds of people very upset about it for some reason. Finally, this week in drama, there was a picture from someone from Peru. He was trying to show why every the Perus, they connect to the US server because they get the best ping. I do not understand why everyone is so mad at the Perus for connecting. They do a fine job.
Peruvians.
Seriously though, they're terrible. In all seriousness, no, stop picking on the Perus. You can only judge yourself by your intentions and others by their actions, and when they speak Spanish, it's hard to understand their intentions. So please, quit being dicks to the Perus. Be dicks to yourself. I hate myself. In other news this week, Pudge Wars has been completed and submitted to the Dota 2 workshop as an official mod. For those of you who don't know, Pudge Wars allows you to play as Pudge on two sides of an impassable river, shooting sick hooks and showing off your skills to other Pudges. Experts speculate that these Pudge Wars may actually decrease the amount of Pudge pickers in all pick for the next month, speculating with high probabilities that for the first time in Dota 2, you can play an all pick game without a Pudge being there. Truly, such a miraculous event will only happen one time in our history, so grab your cameras, get your screenshots ready, and get ready to not have anybody feed in the late game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about does it for this week in Dota 2 this week. Thank you for tuning in, and again, if you would like to help us out on our endeavor to bring the news to the people, go ahead and send us your information. We're always looking for new guest reporters every week. You won't get rid of me, though. I'll still be here, suckers. You ain't getting rid of this, bitch! Also, here's some other news. And in our final piece of news this week, a little funny hat has been found to fit on Axe, the precursor for Dota 2 hats from Team Fortress 2. A beautiful top hat sits above his head, and what a humorous picture to end the show with. Hey, that looks like my head! I told you to get the fuck out of here! Have a great night.